Imagine walking out of your doctor's office on a random Tuesday.
Okay.
You feel fine. You look fine. You haven't forgotten a single name. You haven't misplaced your keys.
Right.
You feel as sharp as you ever have.
Yeah.
But the doctor just sat you down and told you that you are going to develop Alzheimer's disease in exactly 7 years.
Wow.
And not because you have a single physical symptom. It's because a machine saw a pattern in your brain scan that no human eye could ever detect.
Yeah.
Welcome to the ambient AI era.
It's a staggering scenario, and I think it perfectly captures this technological threshold that we're crossing right now, because for the longest time we thought of technology, and specifically artificial intelligence, as a tool with a very clear physical boundary.
Like a smartphone.
Exactly like a smartphone. It sits in your pocket and you pull it out when you need to navigate or, look something up,
Right.
and then you put it away. The line between the user and the tool was bright and obvious.
Okay, let's unpack this, because that bright line is it's completely gone now.
It is.
We are no longer looking at a technological landscape made up of discrete tools that we pick up. We're looking at a continuous environment that we're simply walking through.
Mm-hmm.
So today we are pulling from a really fascinating source document. It's an AI News Digest dated August 22, 2026.
Yeah, it's a great read.
It is. And the mission for this deep dive is to explore how this technology has evolved from a niche tech buzzword into this invisible, ubiquitous layer in our daily lives.
Right.
We're going to examine how it bridges the gap between cold, hard algorithms and deeply human experiences.
Because the reality presented in this source material is that AI is no longer waiting for a command prompt.
Right.
It's anticipating human needs across multiple, vastly different domains. It's moving from the realm of active engagement to passive infrastructure.
And, there is no domain more deeply personal than our physical health.
Absolutely not.
The breakthrough highlighted in our source today is a collaboration between AI developers and the medical industry that, honestly, it sounds like science fiction.
It really does.
They've developed an AI-powered tool capable of predicting the onset of diseases, specifically Alzheimer's, years before clinical symptoms appear.
Yeah, and what's fascinating here is the specific phrase the researchers use in the documentation.
Okay.
They say they are identifying subtle changes in the brain that are imperceptible to human eyes.
Wow.
And we really need to pause and think about the mechanics of that. Because for centuries, medicine has been fundamentally constrained by the limits of human biology.
Right. A doctor's still a human.
Exactly. A radiologist, no matter how highly trained, is still a human being looking at an image. They're searching for shapes or shadows or anomalies that our biological visual cortex has actually evolved to recognize.
Wait. Before we move past that, I'm stuck on this imperceptible part.
Okay.
If a human doctor literally cannot see the change in the brain scan, how do we even know the AI is right?
That's the big question.
How do you train a machine to find something that the teachers themselves cannot see?
Well, that is the magic of deep learning algorithms when they're trained on incredibly vast data sets.
Okay.
Because the AI doesn't look at a brain scan the way we do. It's not searching for a visible tumor or a blatant structural shift.
So what is it looking at?
It's analyzing pixel-level density.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's mapping millions of tiny data points, they call them voxels, in a 3D scan.
Fossils.
Right, it's like a 3D pixel. And the AI is mathematically correlating microscopic variations over time with patients who eventually develop the disease.
I see.
So it finds a statistical pattern hidden in the static that a human lifespan simply isn't long enough to memorize or to visually process.
That's wild.
It positions the AI not just as a fast calculator, but as a literal evolutionary extension of human senses.
It's like having a microscopic smoke detector for the brain.
Oh, I like that.
Because if you think about a normal smoke detector in your house, it goes off when the room is already filling with smoke.
Right, you smell it, the alarm rings, the fire's already going.
Yeah, the damage is happening. But what we're talking about here is an alarm that analyzes the invisible chemical composition of the air, and it rings the bell years before there's even a single spark.
That is an excellent way to conceptualize it.
Yeah.
And the implications of that early alarm, it fundamentally alters our entire timeline of human health.
Because you have time to act.
Exactly. If you can detect the mathematical precursors to Alzheimer's years in advance, you move from a paradigm of reactive symptom management to proactive intervention.
Right.
The source specifically notes this could lead to entirely new therapeutics, drastic lifestyle interventions, and significantly improved patient outcomes.
But I mean, giving someone a 7-year health forecast creates this massive psychological burden, too.
Absolutely.
Just imagine the weight of that foresight. You're sitting there perfectly healthy, and a machine hands you a timeline of your own cognitive decline.
Yeah, it's heavy.
It's a profound relief to have that warning so you can act on it. But it completely changes how you experience your own mortality. I mean, how do you even live a normal Tuesday when you know what's coming in a decade?
It forces us to confront our future in the present. It turns the medical field into a sort of time machine, really allowing us to act today to change a highly probable tomorrow.
And ironically, the exact same ambient technology that's predicting our distant medical future is also stepping in to manage those normal mundane Tuesdays.
Yes.
Because regardless of what your brain scan says, you still have to figure out what to eat for dinner tonight.
We're moving from the macro scale of our lifespans to the incredibly micro scale of our daily routines.
Yes, we're going straight from the neurologist's office right into the kitchen. Because our source introduces a new AI-driven cooking assistant that is hitting the market, and it promises to completely transform how we prepare meals.
Yeah.
And we aren't talking to the screen that just spits out a recipe from a database when you type in chicken.
No, this is way beyond that.
It actively analyzes the specific physical ingredients you currently have sitting in your pantry and fridge.
It bridges the physical and digital divide by utilizing either inventory syncing from smart appliances or even just simple camera feeds in the kitchen. The AI knows exactly what you have on hand.
And it doesn't just hand you a recipe and wish you luck.
Right.
It offers step-by-step guidance that is dynamically tailored to your exact cooking expertise.
Which is huge for people who are intimidated by cooking.
Yeah, so if I tell the system I'm a total novice, it will actually pause and explain the proper knife grip for dicing an onion.
Yes.
But if I'm an experienced home cook, it skips the patronizing basics and focuses on advanced techniques like emulsifying a sauce.
Exactly.
Furthermore, it actively learns your family's taste preferences and dietary needs over time. It's effectively a highly adaptable silicon sous chef.
And if we connect this to the bigger picture, this is about far more than just culinary convenience for the tired professional. The developers explicitly aim to make cooking more accessible for people who feel intimidated by complex recipes or time-consuming meal prep. But the source touches on a massive secondary benefit here.
Which is?
Reducing food waste.
Oh, because it tells you what to do with that half-wilted bag of spinach before it goes bad.
Precisely the point. By actively encouraging home cooks to optimize and use the ingredients they already possess rather than buying new ones or letting old ones rot, this highly personalized domestic AI is inadvertently tackling a major global supply chain and environmental issue.
Wow, I didn't think about it like that.
The macro impact of millions of micro-optimizations in home kitchens is staggering.
I see the utility in optimizing the pantry, but I have to push back a little here.
Sure.
Just to play devil's advocate on the human element.
Go for it.
For a lot of people, cooking is an art form.
Yeah.
It's tactile. It's intuitive. It's about opening the fridge, letting inspiration strike, throwing a little of this and a little of that into a pot, and seeing what happens.
Right.
Does having a machine explicitly tell us exactly how to cook step by step take the soul out of a home-cooked meal? I mean, aren't we just painting by numbers at that point?
That is the philosophical tension inherent in all automation. What do we lose when we gain efficiency?
Exactly.
But based on the documentation, the design philosophy doesn't seem to be about replacing the human in the kitchen, but empowering them by offloading the cognitive burden.
The cognitive burden.
Yeah, think of it as a highly personalized GPS for navigating what can be a very chaotic kitchen environment.
I like that.
A GPS doesn't drive the car for you, right? Your hands are still on the wheel, you're still experiencing the road. It just removes the anxiety of getting lost.
Right.
If the AI handles the logistics of recipe matching, dietary constraints, and ingredient expiration, it frees up the human to actually enjoy the physical, tactile act of cooking without the mental overhead of planning it all out.
I like that framing, the mental overhead, because heaven knows modern life has enough of that.
Oh, absolutely.
But to use that smart kitchen and to let the AI analyze your pantry, you eventually have to go restock that pantry.
Right back out into the world.
Which brings us to the next massive shift detailed in our source. We are moving from the private sanctuary of the home into the public space of retail,
where individual convenience directly intersects with societal infrastructure.
According to the August Digest, a major national supermarket chain has officially rolled out AI-powered checkout systems in select stores.
Yeah.
And this isn't self-checkout where you scan your own barcodes.
No, no, those are practically ancient history now.
Right. This is entirely based on computer vision. Shoppers just put their items in their bags and walk out the front door.
It's wild to think about.
The system identifies the items, it tallies them up, and automatically charges their account. No scanners, no cash registers, no checkout lines whatsoever.
The complete and total elimination of friction at the point of sale.
But how is it actually doing this? It sounds a bit like magic when you just read it off the page. I mean, I walk out with a jar of peanut butter in my jacket pocket and it just knows.
It is a marvel of sensor fusion.
Yeah.
The stores are equipped with highly advanced 3D spatial mapping and skeletal tracking through ceiling cameras.
Skeletal tracking.
Yeah, and it's often combined with microscopic weight sensors on the actual shelves.
Oh, okay.
So the moment you walk in, the system assigns you a temporary 3D avatar. When you reach for that jar of peanut butter, the cameras map the skeletal geometry of your arm extending. They correlate that movement with the exact ounce of weight lifted off the shelf sensor and register that specific item to your virtual cart.
That is incredibly precise.
It tracks the item's physical coordinates until you leave the store.
So what does this all mean for us as a society? Because looking at the source document, this rollout is causing quite a stir, and we really need to look at both sides of this ledger.
We do.
Because obviously we aren't here to take sides on the politics of this, but we need to impartially look at what the document says are the real-world impacts.
Exactly. We just have to follow the data.
So on one hand, the benefits to the consumer are undeniable. It completely streamlines the checkout process. It minimizes human error. And for the retail giants, it drastically increases store efficiency.
And customer satisfaction.
Right, by eliminating the single most universally hated part of grocery shopping, standing in a slow-moving line.
This raises an important question, though, and it is a classic societal trade-off.
Right.
Retailers are having to navigate incredibly complex socioeconomic issues as they deploy this. On one side, you have the absolute frictionless convenience we just described. On the other side, you have the immediate, undeniable impact on employment.
The cashiers.
Yes, we are talking about the potential displacement of millions of cashiers and retail workers whose entire livelihood depends on that friction at the checkout counter.
Not to mention the data privacy concern.
Oh, yeah, that's huge.
You are essentially trading your behavioral data for the convenience of walking out without stopping. I mean, a company is mapping your skeletal movements and tracking every single physical selection you make in real time.
It is a profound shift in the social contract of commerce. Neither the operational benefits nor the societal complexities can be ignored here.
Right.
Retailers are caught squarely in the middle, trying to balance corporate efficiency and consumer demand for speed with very real socioeconomic ripple effects.
It transforms a simple Tuesday night trip to buy a gallon of milk into a live testing ground for the future of labor and privacy.
Wow, it really does.
We are constantly reevaluating the boundaries of everyday transactions.
Yeah.
But honestly, it's everywhere. It's managing our health timelines, it's organizing our household chores, it's facilitating our public errands.
It's the ambient layer.
Exactly. So you finish your seamless grocery run, you cook your perfectly optimized meal, and then you sit down on the couch to relax.
Naturally.
And that brings us to the final frontier in our source today. AI wants to entertain us.
Moving from the realm of logistical optimization right into the deeply abstract realm of cultural production.
The Digest reports that a leading film studio has officially announced plans to incorporate AI into their scriptwriting process.
Yes.
And the methodology they're using is wild. The AI is analyzing decades of successful past scripts to predict cultural trends and craft compelling narratives.
It treats the art of storytelling as a massive data set.
Which is hard to wrap your head around.
It is, but it's breaking down narrative arcs, pacing character development, and historical audience reception into quantifiable metrics.
Yeah.
It learns that an inciting incident on page 12 keeps a viewer engaged, or that a specific type of emotional shift at the 30-minute mark correlates with higher box office returns.
Okay, but this is where I really have to challenge the premise.
Let's hear it.
I can accept AI mapping my pantry or my brain tissue, but quantifying a story. If the AI is only analyzing past successful scripts, aren't we just dooming ourselves to endless sequels and recycled plots?
That is the big fear.
I mean, if the machine only knows what worked yesterday, how can it possibly invent the cinema of tomorrow? It sounds like an artistic echo chamber that will just pump out generic focus-grouped mush.
That is the exact critique leveled by traditionalists and artists who balk at the idea of cold machines crafting human stories.
Yeah.
However, the counterpoint presented by the studio in our source is that the goal isn't wholesale replacement of the writer.
It's not.
No, it's about a new form of collaboration. The filmmakers advocating for this see it as an opportunity to explore entirely new creative horizons that neither human nor machine could reach alone.
But how does that actually work in practice? Are they just using the AI as an incredibly advanced sounding board?
More like a structural partner.
Okay.
The AI brings its unmatched analytical power, its ability to spot macro trends and audience resonance and narrative physics that a human might miss.
Right.
But the human brings the spark, the lived experience, the actual dialogue, the emotional core.
It's like imagine a musical DJ who knows exactly what mathematical beat per minute gets the crowd dancing.
Yes.
The DJ understands the structural physics of the party perfectly, but they still need a live musician to play the actual instruments, to bend the strings, to provide the soul that makes the crowd actually feel something.
A fantastic analogy. The AI ensures the structural pacing is mathematically optimized to resonate with the widest possible audience, while the human writer ensures the story actually has a beating heart.
Right.
The digest suggests this specific type of collaboration could lead to a genuine renaissance in storytelling.
Here's where it gets really interesting. Our source notes, this could lead to a future where the line between human and machine creativity blurs in ways we can barely comprehend.
Right.
We're moving away from a world where we look at a piece of art and ask, did a human or a computer make this?
Yeah.
To a world where the answer is just a continuous blended yes.
Yes.
The machine handles the narrative architecture, and the human provides the soul.
And that blurring of lines between tool and creator, between reactive and proactive, between public and private, it brings us full circle to the overarching theme of this entire document.
It really does. If we step back and look at the whole arc of what we've unpacked today, the reality is that AI is no longer a tool you actively decide to turn on.
No, it's not.
It is an invaluable, omnipresent ally. From the neurologist's office warning us of invisible diseases, to the kitchen counter guiding our hands to the grocery store watching us shop, and finally to the movie theater crafting our escapes.
Yeah.
It isn't a device in our pocket anymore. It is just woven into the fabric of daily life.
It has fully transitioned from a discrete application into a continuous environment that anticipates our needs.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into the 2026 landscape,
Yeah.
I want to encourage you, the listener, to take a moment and reflect on your own personal boundaries.
Very important.
We have walked through 4 very different, very intimate AI interventions today. Which of these would you eagerly welcome into your life right now? Would you want the medical foresight of knowing your health a decade in advance? The frictionless grocery run that gives you back an hour of your week? And on the flip side, which of these makes you hesitate? Which one feels like it crosses an invisible line into territory you aren't ready for?
It's a vital mental exercise. Establishing our personal comfort zones is crucial as this technology continues to scale and integrate into society.
And as you mull over where you draw your own lines, I want to leave you with one final thought to pull on.
Okay.
A philosophical thread that builds on everything we've explored today. Think about all the data points we just discussed. We have talked about an AI that learns the literal microscopic structure of your brain tissue.
Right.
We've talked about an AI that learns your highly specific dietary tastes and your daily cooking habits.
Yep.
We discussed a retail AI that tracks your physical, skeletal shopping behaviors and connects to your financial accounts. And we just finished with an AI designed to map out your entertainment preferences and emotional triggers in storytelling.
Disparate, highly specialized systems, all gathering intensely personal data to optimize their specific domain.
Exactly. So here's the question. If all of these disparate AI systems, your doctor, your chef, your grocer, your storyteller, if they ever started talking to each other and combining those data sets, who truly holds the master profile of you?
Oh, wow.
As these invisible layers of technology stack up, tracking our biology, our habits, our finances, and our emotions, is the AI starting to know us better than we know ourselves?
A fascinating and admittedly slightly unsettling proposition to end on. It truly reframes who is observing whom.
It's what we do best here. Thank you all for joining us on this journey through the August 22, 2026 Digest. It has been an incredible exploration of our new ambient reality and the mechanics behind it. Keep questioning those boundaries, keep asking how things work, and we will see you on the next deep dive.